all are in class 11th right now, right? So you all have decided to become an ITN or engineer. What? ITN or engineer? Okay. So there are basically two types of engineers. When I was in my college, my director told me that my dean told me there are two types of engineers. One who are ITNs, and the other ones are who wanted to be an ITN but couldn't. Okay. So I hope you all become the engineers of first time, right? Now we all have gathered here for purpose, right? So what's the purpose? What? What's the purpose? Okay, you have started your physics class, right? You understand free body diagram. You understand the forces acting on your body, right? So if you experience the impact of forces in your life, you see there is one force acting backward, which pulls you back. That forces is your experience of past. There are people who are always pulled back and back and back by the experiences of past. Now you have other force which takes you sideways. This force and this force. Now that is the impact of the distraction of distractions. The distraction of distraction takes you sideways. The only thing which pulls you forward is the purpose, the force of purpose. And now you understand which force is acting by what magnitude decides where you are moving, right? And you want the forward pull to be of a higher magnitude. So for stronger pull in the forward direction, you need a strong purpose. You need a clear purpose. And that purpose is strong only if you know everything is clear, what you are assembled here for, right? Now, if you say that I don't feel confident, then it means you won't be able to move forward. When you feel confident, you move forward. But the question comes, how to make yourself feel confident, how to inculcate self-confidence. Now, when you get up in the morning, when you're dressing up for your school, did you make sure that you are dressing up in a very nice way, the way you dress up in Diwali, the way you dress up in Eid? You have to make sure that it is nothing, no less than that day. So you're dressing up in a very perfect manner. When you're writing a mail, you're writing the best mail of the day. When you are talking to your friends, you are in your best of behavior. When you're talking to teachers, you are in your best of inquisitiveness, best of behavior, best of discipline, best of questions. When you're talking to parents, the best way. When you're playing, the best way. When you're working, best way. If you are doing this, the day becomes full of confidence. And then you repeat this process. The whole week becomes the powerful. And then this weeks compiled together becomes a year. A powerful year. A powerful year will take you anywhere. Understood? This examination which you have undertaken on your head is a big marathon. Course is very huge, humongous course. People, they take normally 24 months to feel confident about this whole process. And those who run very steadily in these 24 months, they become ITN. They choose the best of the discipline what they want to pursue in IIT, because that life doesn't end in IIT. You understand that? There are many people who are more talented than you. There are many people who are more skilled than you. There are many people who are more beautiful than you. But you can defeat them only through one way, and that is consistency. What is consistency? Striking the same place again and again, again and again. Doesn't matter what intensity it is. During examination, you try to study 10 hours, 12 hours. Then you go to you give your examination, you somehow, okay, pass kar gaye, right? But if you study every day, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, every day, every day, every day, you don't have to work really hard during the examination and you pass with a flying colors. This is what happens, right? Okay. Now, since if you understand, you were last year you were a student till class 10th. Class 10th is a area till class 10th is an area where you can afford to miss classes. You can afford to miss, but if you have missed something because of ill health or birthday party or shadi, whatever the reasons are, if you missed your classes, you can actually catch up. But now when you are in 11th, 12th, even if you miss my 5 minutes, if you don't repeat it, it would be very difficult for you to catch up because you don't know the first 30 minutes which I am going to discuss. The question comes from that 30 minutes, and maybe that 30 minutes won't be repeated any time in those 2 years of zone. So those students who are making notes, writing the notes in your own language, it means that you own that thing, and the one you become the owner of something, it's very easy to recollect. Someone asks you what's your name, you can tell it with the confidence because you own that name. Someone asks you the name of your family, you own them, so you can tell the names, right? So if you own the content, you will be able to reproduce it. Similarly, how to own the content? The best way to own the content, you listen to the lectures, write the lectures, go to your place, rewrite in your own language. If you don't do it, if you rely on your memory, you know who is the most dishonest friend? The memory is the most dishonest friend. He is going to ditch you every time whenever you ask for his help. But if you keep writing and writing and writing and writing, it infiltrates inside you and you will never be able to lose it. So first key point, you are going to make good notes. You are going to write in your own language. Any question which is not very clear to you, you have to stop me then and there, ask me then and there. Understood? Because if you see, our mind collects the idea only when it is clear. If the idea is not clear, it's not going to come here. So that idea needs to be clear. If something is not clear, your mind automatically rejects. Doesn't matter what you are speaking, just to please the person who is standing in front of you. But it is something which is totally in your mind. You have to accept that, okay, this idea is clear and I can understand what exactly sir is telling. If you're not able to make that out, you cannot go further. Understood? Now, whenever you encounter a difficult thing, a large problem, a complex problem, you cannot solve that. You can solve a complex problem only when you go from simple. You have to break that into simple problem which you understand. And when you understand, you go further, and those complex problems becomes a simple problem for you, right? So this is what we have to keep in mind. Okay, what can beat what is the only thing which can beat talent, beauty, everything? What is the one thing which can beat everything? Consistency. I told you, you are not paying attention. Consistency, right? So if you are going to study every day, make sure when you are going to school, make sure you do 2 sittings. 2 sittings, one of 2.5 hours, the other sitting also of 2.5 hours. First 2.5 hours, once dedicated to one subject, the other 2.5 hours dedicated to. So if you give 5 hours every day of your working day, and someday if you get bonus days, what? Holidays, or when you are not going to school, or when you are not exerting yourself, then you get 3 sittings of 3 hours. If you are going to repeat that, you will achieve what you want to achieve. The way is simple, but simple way doesn't mean easy. Okay? Simple way doesn't mean easy. If you want to lose weight, you have to get up in the morning, go for jogging, say no to pizzas. These are simple ways, but not easy, right? Everyone is sleeping. Why shouldn't I? And December is coming. I should take more sleep, right? So you have to remove these type of thinking. You have to think. You have to make things clear. Okay, this is the simple way, and I'm going to do it. Clear?